Hello, how are you all going? I hope that you're all going really well. I just want to say a big Happy New Year to everyone. I'm not too sure who's in the comments. It looks like there's quite a few people that had been clicking in a little bit earlier, but I can see that Amy's here. I think Ratna might be watching as well. Hi. I can see that Sarah Star Bricks has made a comment as well. Oh, Mark's here as well. Hi, Mark. How you going? And then Giganda Con Lego Friends has also said hello a couple of times in the chat already. So is Rap. So is Neptune. Oh, yes. So Amy's here. Mark, Ratna's here. Hi, everyone. I hope that you're all going really well. So I think you guys can see on the thumbnail that I wasn't able to track down any of the new sets yet, unfortunately. I did go to the shops on Wednesday and I also went today, but there wasn't any of the new sets on the shelves. So I thought it would be really good fun to build some of our older sets. So I have, let's see what sets I've managed to pull out. So I did pull out a lot of the Adventure Camp sets. So I have already built the little poly bag, which is up the back, which is also what you saw on the thumbnail. So that one we've already done, which is really cool. I did pull out the astronomy tower as well, or a little astronomy vehicle with the little astronomy tower as well, because I thought this came out at the same time as the Adventure Camp sets and I just thought it was really cute. I do have the original hot air balloon, but not the balloon, but we could potentially build up like the little picnic area. So I thought that might be really cute to build as well. I'm not 100% sure if I've got this set in the mix. So we'll have to just see if this one is around at the moment. I definitely have the archery set, so that one is in the pile. I know that that one is there. And I also have the rafting one as well. And it looks like I forgot to pull out the instructions for the tree house. So we can start with any one of those 4. So let me know which one you guys would. Oh, Beef Hab's here as well. And M.productions is here. Hi, how you going, Em? Rogue's here as well. How you going, Jezza? I hope that you're going really well. So let me know in the comments if you guys have any preferences around which one to build up. I will have to try and find the instructions for the big tree house because that's going to be a really fun one to build, and I can't believe that I didn't notice that that was missing. But anyway, the beef hab bust. Yeah, I don't have a beef hab bust yet. The stars one, the astronomy one? Yes, let's do that. I think a lot of it is actually already pre-built, so it's probably going to be a nice quick one to start with. Oh no, hang on. Oh, I do have the treehouse instructions. There we go. It was just underneath a big pile of everything. Cool, let's start here. I didn't take this one completely apart, so it will be a nice quick build for this. I think that we might be able to get through most of this tonight, so I'm really looking forward to having a good building fun session with you all. Let me know how New Year's went for you all. My New Year's was really relaxing. It was just me and Pucky at home, which was really cool. Well, let's be honest, it wasn't actually that cool. It has still been absolutely scorching hot here in Australia. So it was actually really, really warm. So once again, I do have my front door open, back door open, and the fan going. So hopefully you guys don't have too much of a hassle listening to all of that. I've actually just got to turn the fan around a bit more. There we go. Oh, cool, yeah, but let me know what you guys got up to for New Year's as well. Oh, fantastic, Mark. I'm so pleased to hear that. It's such a lovely set. I think it would be really nice to see more of the princess sets do that. and have, you know, a few different princesses in them with a few smaller builds. I thought that was absolutely lovely. Oh, fantastic, Amy. That's so exciting. Let us know which sets you got, because I'm really keen to hear which ones you were able to get hold of. There's Pucky barking once again. It's because the front door's open, so I'll probably hear him a bit more. So sorry, M.productions, if that's going to send your dogs into a barking frenzy. Oh, here, I'll move this down a bit so that you can see what I'm doing a bit better. Let's get going with that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting some of the new sets. So I was just really disappointed that they weren't at the stores yet. But again, I think that, you know, these things are bound to happen with all the different lockdowns and different things going on in all the different countries as well. So as long as people are staying safe and healthy, that's obviously the most important thing. Pucky's having a drink now. BFAB, stop being so cheeky. We've got new people in my chat that don't know your weird sense of humour. So we've got to be patient and kind and supportive. Oops, let's swap those over, considering that that's how that goes. Yeah, so it's still super hot here in Australia, not to make you guys feel jealous because it's too hot. It's too hot for me even at the moment. I'm constantly feeling like I'm melting. Oh, hang on, no, that's not right. I've got to go this way. I think that we end up attaching something to that. So, yeah. Yes, Pucky often has his little drinks of water. It's got to stay hydrated since it is so hot here in Australia. I think that I'm missing. I think that I'm missing another one of those little. Oh, there it is. Found it. Oh my gosh! I know, Mark. One of my friends from Victoria, he got that, Steve Reynolds. So it looks so gorgeous. I think that the Ninjago Gardens are going to be such a lovely addition to so many people's cities. I can just see some of our really lovely city builders do some beautiful things with that, especially the builders that already have like some really lovely, like sort of Ninjago type areas. So that's going to be so fun and fantastic to see that happening. I'm really looking forward to that. And then, so Amy got the Ariel and Cinderella sets. Yay! The cinema and the park. They're the two that I want from France. I think that they're going to be the first two that I get, is the cinema and the park, my two faves. So fingers crossed that they don't take too long to get here in Perth, but that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to be able to wait a little while to get our sets and really savour them and enjoy them. So I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah, I agree, M.productions. The gardens are absolutely lovely. So, yeah, it's just going to be so exciting to see what people come up with for those. I'm really looking forward to that. And seeing all the build videos as well, I suspect, will be super popular and fantastic to see. Oops. Oh, my hand's sort of in the way. Let's move that. It's such a gorgeous set, that Ninjago Gardens. So has anybody else got any new sets, any sets for Christmas or anything like that from anyone? It's always nice hearing about other people's presents. Oh, I did see that Ratner as well. I thought that that was such a fun video. I know. I'm surprised that she didn't do a Princess Jasmine, especially because Jasmine's that beautiful aqua color. So, what am I doing? Oh, no, I need an extra one. Oops. This way, I think. That way. Yes. Cool. Telescope's done. Cool. Can you guys see that okay? Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I know that Em, you said that you wanted to get the cinema because that's going to be a fantastic set to mock, isn't it? So I think that that's also one of the reasons why I'm really looking forward to building that on stream, because I think that so many of you guys are really looking forward to seeing what that's all about, which will be super exciting, especially if a few of us have it as well. I think it will be a really nice one to chat about. There's our little astronomy tower coming together really nicely. This goes up here. Okay, and we need, let's pop the hot chocolate here, because I think having a nice little hot chocolate would be really enjoyable while stargazing. And then, oh, I always save Wombat just to make sure that you're going to join in the stream, Jezza. So Wombat always waits in the wings. I didn't forget. I'm just going to check the instruction booklet and find out where Zobo's gone and make sure that I build Zobo correctly. Oh, okay, right, yep. Here we go. Most of little Zobo's already been built, so I think that we're pretty good. And I also like the fact that this happens as well with Zobo. So it's actually Zobo that's drinking the hot chocolate, which is adorable. I love it. Cool. So there's our first little one done, which is the gorgeous astronomy tower. I think that it's such a cute build that, like, especially for like a little medium-sized set. You know, it reminds me of the Olivia Flower Garden set that we got this year a little bit, where it all just sort of came together and looks really fantastic and it's really cool. Fantastic. Why do most people don't use Ariel minifigure hair for Ariel? I'm not sure. I really like Ariel's. Ariel's minifigure hair for Ariel. Yeah, I don't know why the mini doll and the minifigure have ended up with different hair. What's our next best one to go with? Let's see if I can find... Oh, let's do the picnic and get that out of the way, because I think that most of the picnic's already built as well. So we can skip the hot air balloon. I don't know if I've got the picnic blanket in here. Let's see. Yeah, I did manage to track down the minifigure hair because I thought that was really pretty for the minifigure, which I ended up using on Athena, Ariel's mum. I'm hoping that I get the names right. Yeah, and then I think that most of the rest of my mini dolls have the mini doll hair, which is a little bit different, but I do really like the mini doll hair piece. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I tend to just go with that. It's cheaper, it's easier to find. It's a really pretty hair piece anyway. I think it's the same as Livy's pink hair piece as well, isn't it? And we might have even got a blonde version at some stage too. So yes, bought you the Lego City Treads tuning set. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. I was talking to Corno last night actually about if I couldn't find any of the new sets today, what I was going to build. And I did say whether or not I should build some of the go-kart sets because I know that Lego Friends had their tuning workshop as one of the go-kart sets that we got a few years ago. So that was a possibility for tonight, but I thought I'd try and go a little bit older. How's the lighting for you guys? I can't really tell what's going on my computer. I'm trying to improve the look of things, but I think it might be more to do with my screen than anything else. For some reason, it seems to be coming up as really dark a lot of the time. But anyway. Anyways. Oh, oops. My first mistake of the evening. First of many. So, M.productions got a few older friends, polybags and Olivia's beach buggy from Bricklink. Oh my gosh, I know. I just love how easy it is to pick up some of the older sets and bits and pieces from Bricklink. It's so cool. Yeah, which is really awesome. So it's always nice to get sets. What's that? Oh no, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, super handy. I think that that's pretty much how I was able to get a lot of the oops, sorry guys, I'm just thinking. It takes it out of me. I have to sit here and think about what I'm building. Yeah, oh, Bricklink, yeah, it's just so handy, especially because I don't know why, but for some reason trying to find polybags in Perth is really difficult. So quite often I have to get them from overseas with Bricklink orders, but at least I'll tend to find an order, and if I'm building something else or buying parts for something else, then I'll usually try and check the store to make sure that they don't have any polybags that I've missed out on over the years. And they're usually like a really affordable price as well. They usually don't like skyrocket in value or anything like that, which is also quite handy too, isn't it? Cool. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Raps is here. Hi, Raps. How's it going? And then we've got M.productions saying a bunch of non-friends, a desert racer, polybag, the Minecraft coral reef. Oh, the Ninjago epic battle sets. 2011 Ninjago set. Overlord Dragon and the Pig House. Cool. So you got lots of Lego M.productions. That's awesome. My favourite Lego Friends jungle set. It's a tricky one. I think it would be between the pandas and the white tigers for the most recent wave, I think. But they do just look all really nice together. So, yeah. And it was really nice because I did see that L of L has recently done a video where she's put all the jungle sets together, so the older ones and the new ones in an area in her city, which was really cool. And that's something that I definitely want to get to in my Lego city. One day it will get done. It's just so tricky at the moment because it's too hot. I'm not enjoying doing very much except for sitting under the aircon because it's so warm here. So, yeah. And then, Plus Zane's Titan mech. Cool. And then 2 custom printed minifigs. That's so awesome. Yes, I know, Raps, but it's good that you've got uni all over and done with now, though. University, rather. Sorry. Uni is what we call it in Australia. I don't know if that's the same everywhere else. Every now and again, I forget that not everyone knows Australian slang. Oh, no. That's no good. Yes, I do actually have both the beach houses. So the newer one with the roof that flips up that turns into the DJ area, I do have that one, which I think I've still got on display on my shelf in the other room because it's really cool. And then I also have the yellow, like the pale bright light yellow beach house as well from a few years ago too. Quite a few years ago. I think that might have been 2012 or 13 when that one came out. And I think that one's in a box somewhere. But I do need to look it out properly because I'm going to try and over the past few weeks I have been trying to resort my Lego to make sure that I do have all the parts and everything's where it's supposed to be and all my books and everything, all my boxes and everything are labelled correctly and all of that sort of thing. So hopefully that will then help, you know, to be able to find things and build things up better and all of that sort of thing over the next few months, years, whenever I need to find it, which will be good. So yeah, I do have both. And I do actually think it would be really nice to have like the beach houses and even like the juniors lake house that came out a few years ago as well. I think that set would be really nice to be able to have as well. Oh, hang on. Oops, I've gone astray again, guys. I got carried away and forgot. Let's just separate both of those. Pull up that. Now we're back in business. Excellent. Right. Okay, so that bit goes on there. Cool. Yeah, so even the lake house that they had that came out a few years ago, that was the junior set. I think it would be really cool to like mock that and update that a little bit and do something with those 3 houses all together because I think that they look really cute, all sort of lined up next to each other. Hopefully. We'll see. I always have such grand plans for city building and to, you know, I don't know, mock things and to change things and update stuff. And then I just run out of time. It's so tricky. There's Pucky again now. 35 sets now. Oh, that's so cool, M.productions. It's awesome. Especially if they're sets that you love as well. It's really nice. You know, I think that that's one of the things that is really cool with Lego. It's, you know, it's got a lot to do with, you know, being able to build and create and enjoy something that we love, you know what I mean? Like I just sort of go, I just absolutely love building Lego and I get so much joy from it. So, and again, I think that that's what's been nice every now and again is coming back and rebuilding some of the older sets as well and just rediscovering how cool they are and seeing how, you know, like the Friends designers have progressed with the sets as well. And seeing how they've sort of changed building techniques and updated things. And, you know, I just think that that's really awesome. Oh, Raps, that's so exciting. Yes, please post it to Instagram. I've been so terrible with checking a lot of my other social media. I got really far behind on checking my YouTube comments, which is not like me. I really love reading everything that everyone says. And I got a bit bit delayed with all of that, and I haven't been on Facebook for weeks and weeks and weeks, which is, again, not like they're all. But Instagram I seem to be able to pop onto more often. So yes, I'll really look forward to seeing your Rapunzel, Marc. I absolutely loved seeing your Rapunzel photos as well. They were so beautiful, the ones that you took outdoors. I thought were so stunning. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I would absolutely love to see a Disney Lego movie. I think that would be so awesome. So I wholeheartedly agree with you there, Ratner. Definitely. That would be so gorgeous. Can you guys still hear Pucky barking? he's checking on the neighbourhood. Everything's still sticking. So we've got all these. This here. Where can I have another little flower? Oh, I think it's supposed to go over here somewhere. Oops. And let's pop another little water droplet there. The basket goes here, and then we pop the picnic on top here. Super cute. Oops, more cherries. Let's pop them there. And then I've got a couple of pairs of binoculars, but I think that they're supposed to be for the hot air balloon, which is elsewhere at the moment. So there's another little set built, which is super fun. And what's going on in the chat? I keep losing chat. Amy's just finished the Ariel set. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm so looking forward to getting hold of that Ariel set. Oh, I know. M.productions, welcome to the club. We all have such serious problems with buying Lego. It gets worse as well. I'm an absolutely awful influence on anyone when it comes to Lego buying. I'm terrible. Yes, Marc, I am. I do intend to do more with that. So I do actually have an intention to finish and do a lot more to the mermaid village, the underwater mermaid village, which is fantastic. I'm so happy with that. But I do need to change some stuff, unfortunately, with that. Nothing major, so big things won't change there. However, I do have, can't even get the words out. I think the biggest challenge that I've got with the underwater mermaid village at the moment is that I do want to put my grand hotel on top. But in order for me to do that, I need to make sure that it's really secure and it's really stable. Oh, do I not have the hedgehog area? No, it doesn't look like I've got the hedgehog area. Okay, maybe the hedgehogs ended up somewhere else. Okay, let's go with this instead then. Right, I think that that's most of this. Cool. Oh dear. But this is handy to actually rebuild all my sets so that I know what's missing. So in order to put anything on top of that, I just need to make sure that it's more secure. So I've got to do a bit more carpentry in order to make sure that the top that's going on there is going to be really stable, which probably means that I'm going to have to take down parts of the walls, so the interior blue walls, but also the outer rock wall as well, which is fine because it's tricky to build, but it's not that bad. So hopefully all of that will be quite reasonable to update and to change. But then I will need to sort of put more. So once the carpentry goes in and I build around that, then I also intend to light up underneath so that we can then still see the underwater mermaid village, obviously, because it would be a shame to build all of that and then for it to not actually be able to be seen. But my intention has always been to light it up. And there's a couple of, oops, the wombat's in the way. And there's a couple of different lighting techniques that I want to try out in that underwater mermaid area. So that's sort of going to be a bit more of a longer term plan. Originally, I had also thought that I was going to be able to have a different shaped city. So when I had been planning a lot of my builds, I'd planned for a different shaped city, and now I've got like a U-shaped city. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm super glad to be able to have it. I feel really lucky to be able to have any sort of city. So, oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, there does need to be like a few little changes to go in with that too, I think. Yeah, but that's like my underwater mermaid village is definitely more the style of city and build that I want to try and achieve in the long run, I guess. That was a very long-winded rambling answer. So sorry. If you came here to look for succinct conversation, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, yeah, but that's more the style that I like to build in, and I'm hoping that as some more of like the frozen side of my city starts to get built up, then you'll see more of that. I think that that's starting to happen a little bit with the forest area, like the purple and orange forest area, but it's yeah, it's taking its time as per usual. And I had hoped that my city was going to be much bigger so that I would be able to fit in a lot more different areas as well. So I had hoped that I would have been able to fit in, you know, somewhere for Princess Jasmine, and I had originally intended to have the Castle Dunbrook from Brave in a certain area as well. Again, I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'm going to be able to fit that in anymore. But, you know, I just sort of think that it is, I just feel really lucky to be able to have any area at all to be building my Lego and to be keeping it. So I'm just happy to be able to sort of go with the space that I've got. But it just means that some of my plans have had to change about how I present my Lego sets and all of that sort of thing. Okay, right. Okay, so there is a sandwich here. But these don't belong in that set, but a hedgehog does. So I'll just see if I can sneak that in now a bit. And we've got our little crossbow thing. Cool. Another little set built. So let's see if we can move on to the rafting one. Oh. And I'll just pop that to one side. So that's a very long answer to that, Mark. Oh, Brickish is here. Hey, Brickish, how you going? And then, let's see. Oh, so M.productions is building the Build Minions and JB Submarine today. I do really like JB Submarine build. That is really cool. Cool, that's fantastic. Oh my gosh, yes, I know. Spending money is always tricky. Uh-oh. Oh, Mama's Bricks is here as well. Hi, Mama's Bricks. It's nice to see you here. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Amy. And I think that that's also, you know, where I sort of think to myself, it might just have to be building stuff and then recycling it through. So it might be a matter of building something and displaying it for a little while, filming it for posterity, and then it might be that different areas swap out. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I'll have to see how things go. But I think because I've got so many more ideas about what I want to build than the space that I actually have, that's probably going to be the tricky part. But at the moment, I actually haven't finished a lot of what I want to build. So I think I've just got to try and get on with it and put everything that I want to put into a city, and then we can move forward from there. I think one of the biggest holdups that I am also having as well is because a lot of my ideas also revolve around having different layers of my city and different levels, is that carpentry side of things is slowing stuff down. So yes, Mama's Bricks, you'll have to let us know how your construction's going in your Lego room as well, because I know that you've been moving stuff around and rearranging a few things, which is super exciting. Oh, well, that's nice. I must have ended up getting a spare tent, which I've kept safe in here. So I might actually put that elsewhere because I have a different spot for that now. Well, I have a different spot for things like that now. Right, let's have a look. I need these little sign parts and this little bit. So yeah, it's always really cool though, hearing about different sets that people have gotten and how they display them and you know, all of that good stuff. I have also been working on my next video for my elf shelf as well. So hopefully I will be able to find time this week to edit that, because it would be really nice to be able to get another video up for you guys next week as well. I was so happy to be able to get my little Lego mug video up this week. So, and it is my intention to try and make sure that I have a video a week and a live stream a week. I think that would be really cool. So fingers crossed I can get the rest of my elf shelf video done. Okay, oh, hang on, this might be it. So that's going to be really cool. Well, great sets. Oh, fantastic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle polybag. The Minecraft pig house. Okay. Oh, Gigando Confrans is here. Happy New Year. No, I haven't finished the Beauty and the Beast castle mock yet. I think that because we've got that new junior set that came out with the sort of winter look to it, I want to try and expand the mock for that. So that should be kind of cool and quite exciting. Okay. So yes, I will try and expand that out. I say laughingly, which will take another 4 years. So yes, I will try and expand that. But I think that the junior set might be quite good to try and put a back on the Beauty and the Beast castle. So that's sort of my intention with that, which would be really cool. It doesn't look like I've got the bear in here, but I do quite often take the mini dolls and the animals out of my storage bags and store them elsewhere. Unfortunately, it also looks like that this is where the chair and the marshmallows come into it as well. So they weren't too far away, which was good. Oh. So that's part of this set. Oh. Okay, the marshmallows are just going to have to sit on the floor. Okay, and then we've got the raft, which definitely looks like that might be kind of all done. Yes, okay, cool. And it looks like this is going to be for the tent. So, oh, Bricky Ty is here as well. Bricky Ty, hope you're well. I hope you've managed to get over your knolling hiccup that you had the other day where you went knolling mad with your, was it a little blue car? I don't know what set that came from. I don't know. I don't know anything about the sets with those sorts of cars in them. But yes, I saw that. You guys are saying Happy New Year's to each other, which is really cool. And Amy started on the Cinderella set, which probably happened ages ago because I'm behind on the chat. So that's really exciting. The Cinderella carriage looks absolutely beautiful. So I am really looking forward to adding that to my little collection as well. Right, it seems like that's our little tent set up, except for the little doors aren't really staying shut, but that's okay. Right, on to our next little area, which looks like a bit of a bridge and rock tree situation going on. So I might need my brick separator back again. And let's chuck the other life vest in there for now. We'll see what's happening. Tie. Oh, so Bricky Tie's having a break, building the Technic Land Rover. It's making my brain hurt. At least you're honest about Technic sets. M.productions. No, exactly. Well, like me, honestly, M.productions, as I've said before, if Lego is something that you enjoy and you're not hurting anyone, go for it, man. I'm not going to be the one to say that you're doing anything wrong based on my Lego collection. And, you know, and again, I just sort of think that it's really nice for a community to have a really wide range of age brackets as well. I think it's sort of quite like, I think that that's something that I really enjoy, is being able to speak to people from all over the world, but also from all different age brackets. And we just are able to share our enjoyment of Lego. Like, I think that that's awesome. You know, I think that sometimes, I know particularly when I was in high school and that type of stuff, it was really hard with bullying and stress of exams and all of that sort of thing, to be able to see your way out of it. And I just sort of go, what always helped me was hanging out with, you know, family members and family friends that had older kids. And they were like, yeah, we all went through that type of stuff as well. And I think that that's really nice. So I'm never going to tell you how to spend your money. No, Brickish, I didn't get any of the new sets. I can't find them anywhere in Perth yet. They are up on the Lego website, so I can order them. But the problem is that the Lego website is the most expensive place to buy Lego. So I prefer to try and wait to see if I can pick them up from other places, like Kmart and Big W. So, but I did go to both Kmart and Big W on, I think, Wednesday, and there was no new Lego sets on the shelf at all. And the Lego area was really empty as well. And I was like, whoa, this isn't a good sign. Because quite often, some of the new sets will usually be on the shelves. So even if it's not all the Friends sets, there might be one or two, or there might be a Princess set and nothing from Friends. Or it might be that I can see that there's a few of the new Ninjago sets or whatever, but there was nothing. There's nothing new on the shelves at all. And I was like, oh no. And so I've been a bit torn the last few days, because I'm sort of like going, I really want to start building some of the new stuff on my live stream so that we can talk about it and, you know, see what it's like and all of that sort of stuff. But I'm also, I don't want to have to order them from Lego and have to wait a couple of weeks. And yeah, so I'll just have to keep going back to Kmart and Target and checking. I may succumb and order a couple of my favourites from the Lego online shop. So at least that we can sort of have different moments of building up some of the newer stuff, maybe. But we'll just see. I'll just have to see how I go. Bricky Tie. Definitely didn't know this set, no. I can't imagine that you would have. Oh, Zoe's here as well. Hi, Zoe. Sorry I'm so far behind on the chat. Oh, yeah, Never Again. That was the new city car set. Yes, cool. That's right. If I know this set, I'd probably cry. Rogues. Yes, imagine all those pins. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, I think because I think so far we only had one Aurora Castle. I think from memory, and as you guys know, I forget everything as soon as I come onto stream. So from my very shady memory, from my old lady memory, I think what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, from my very old lady memory, I do remember, because I think that we've only had one Aurora Castle so far, but it is a super pretty one. Like, I think that it looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it would be so nice to get a few expansions in that. Oh, maybe that is part of this. Yes, I think that this is how it's going. So, yeah, I think that a larger Aurora's Castle would be phenomenal. I think that that would be really fantastic and pretty and awesome to do. I did, I really love the Little Mermaid sets. I think that they're really gorgeous, especially because they're a little bit different to a lot of the other princess sort of sets that we've got. I also think that, well, Moana, I think, is my favourite Disney princess movie. It does change regularly, but I do keep coming back to Moana. And I think that's why I also like building Moana sets as well. So, yeah. Zoe's here. It's so lovely. Then Bricky Ties, I think it's going to be waiting a while for your Lego order. It's still stuck in the warehouse. Oh, my gosh. Whoops. Yeah, exactly. All walks of life, all ages. But, again, I just sort of go, I think that that's why I like it. I just like that we all come from different backgrounds and we just get along because we all just love Lego. So, yeah, I definitely enjoy that side of things. Oops, and Corn, I almost forgot that I was streaming today. No, that's okay. I've only been streaming for 45 minutes or something. Oh my gosh, yes. 3 new Marvel mechs, fantastic. The bonsai tree is definitely something that I want to get. I think that that's really pretty. I also really love the bouquet. And somewhere in and amongst it all, I did see that there are a couple of like little smaller flower sets as well. I think that that might have popped up on the Lego Instagram. So I think that it would be really cool to try and pick up all of those sort of floral sets as well. So, yes, I would really love to try and get my little paws on all of that. That would be super exciting. I have a funny feeling that a couple of them I might have to order from Lego because I'm not too sure whether or not those floral ones are going to pop up in stores. Lady memory here. It's terrible, Brickish. I laugh through gritted teeth and sadness at my old lady memory. Right. Okay. That goes in here. I think they've gone straight again. Oh, no. I'm okay. Okay again. It's coming along okay. Come on. Yay, Diagon Alley is ordered. It's exciting. And more homework to be done. I've almost caught up on the chat. Bricky Tie is asking, managed to get the new spring lantern set. It was on back order by the time Bricky Tie tried to order it. Yes, Brickish did. Just super cool. Oh, fantastic, M.productions. Yes, the classic car is really nice since it is a gift with purchase. Yes, that's a lovely looking set. I think that some people might still be getting the little ice skating rink as well, which I also think is a really cute gift with purchase. So that's awesome too. Oops. Another little bit in here, so that's exciting. Not too sure about using pink frogs as cherry blossoms though for the bonsai tree. I know, I don't know quite what to make of that as well. I'm going to have a look at that in a bit more detail and see how I feel. Especially because I do get a little bit fussy about cherry trees. But I just think that they're so pretty and they're so beautiful. So I don't know. And because there's so many flowers that Lego has created over the years that I don't understand why they can't just use what they've already got. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm not even, I'm not even sure which bonsai tree I would keep, whether or not it would be the old lady memory, whether or not it would be the green or the pink. So we'll see. I do suspect that I am leaning more towards the pink, only because I think that that's kind of my aesthetic. You know, that sort of fits in with everything else that I've got going on. But yeah, we'll just have to see what I decide. Oh, fantastic. Mum's Bricks has ordered the Lantern Festival park set and a dots bracelet. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm so patiently waiting for all the new dot sets to come out, and they seem to be taking forever. And, oh, need to order all of the dot sets for the actual sets and the storage containers, obviously. I know you do such a fantastic job crafting with those, Cornet. It always just looks so amazing what you come up with. I absolutely love the mermaid design and how that has finished up. It's just, you're so super talented and fantastic. So, yes, it will be wonderful to see your interpretation of the next little lot of sets. Right, a little bridge is coming along nicely. And I ordered on the 31st, so Cornet is getting the ice skating rink, so that's good. And Brickish got 2 of the vintage cars. And the pink frogs represent flowers that haven't bloomed yet. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it looks. I'm still not entirely sold on the look of pink frogs, but don't know until I see it. So I don't want to say one way or another whether or not it's going to look good or bad. It kind of looked quite nice in the photos, I think, but I don't know whether or not they are going to look too froggish up close, or if it's just going to be us Lego fans that know that they're pink frogs that are then going to just constantly see frogs that are pink, because that can happen too, can't it? Right, where are they up to? Yeah. Might need to take these bits off. Oh, yes. The vintage car promo will go nice with the diner. Yes. I'm adora builds. So pink, pink, pink. I know. I've got to represent the pink, though. There's not enough other builders out there that do it. And to be fair, while I do love pink, I think I'm much more of a purple girl. But I do think that there is something completely magical and glorious about cherry blossoms. So I have a funny feeling that that's what's going to sucker me in with that particular bonsai tree build. And I do actually think that that's probably something that I will try and sneak in around my home as well, because I think that will probably be a good one to be able to have tucked in somewhere. I say snuck into my home, considering that there's Lego everywhere as it is. Yes, I don't think that I'm fooling anyone. I'm a Lego fan. Oh dear. Oh, whoops. In the Royal Celebration set with Tiana, the biggest set is Aurora's build. Oh, yes. Now I see what you're saying, Mark. Sorry, I was thinking about the Royal Celebration boat thing that we got with the Little Mermaid. I was completely off track there. But, yes, I completely – I'm on track now, yeah. Agreed. I think combining that with Aurora's Castle, I think any type of – like design modification that we can do to our Lego sets to make them more our own is just so much fun. I just think that that's so fantastic, and particularly if we've got sets that look similar enough. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I'm quite enjoying having a bit more of Lego keeping things kind of consistent means that we can almost sort of do that. So it's been really nice to see, for example, that all the Beauty and the Beast sets are that sort of lavender castle wall with that dark red roof, which then does make it easier to combine them down the track, which is so cool and fantastic and fun. You know, that's what I'm all about. So, yeah, I just really enjoy being able to do all that sort of stuff. I think that's really cool. Cool. That's on there. Okay, that may or may not go there, guys. I'm not sure. Oh, no, hang on. I don't think it does. I think it's this. I think we have a flag on this side. What are our chances that we've got a flag here? All my flags are going in different directions. Uh-oh. Oops, my apple. Everything's falling apart. Just because I needed to make sure that the flags were flying in the right direction. Okay, that can go there. It's here. That can go back in there. Oops, that can go back in there as well. Cool. Right, okay. I think I'm kind of back on track now. Whoops. And Corne saying, have 3 storage boxes ready for the customizing project. They are label coded and letter painted. Fantastic. I love the level of organisation there, Corne. Oh my God, I know. I had so much fun dotting up that mug. It was really cool. I just really, really wish that the difference that mug had was to have more studs facing outwards on the sides so that I could have used more dots rather than having to hunt through and find studs and flowers. Because I think that on the sides it would have been really good fun to have been able to have used more dots. But that's just me and my love of dots. The theme that I didn't think that I would enjoy that I just accidentally fell in love with, as per usual. I'm a sucker. Right, that's on. That's on there. Let's see if I can get it on this side without... Oh no, I've lost it. Stop that. Uh-oh. Let's go. Right, hang on. Oops, cool. Brickish is saying, still got to sort out shelves and new table and stuff. Keep changing mind on what I want. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's the hardest thing trying to come up with the configuration of it all. Just stored the writing school away in a moving box. It's coming very close. I know you will be moving. Oh, no, Amy. Not a backward sticker. Let us know if you can try and sort it out. I don't want you to have backward stickers. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm going to have to take this apart and actually do the proper thing. I seem to be spending more on the storage solutions at the moment than Lego. Oh, I know. I completely know, Jezza. I go through phases like that myself where I'm sort of like going, okay, I've got to try and get another few storage drawers. Okay, I can buy another box to see if I can put stuff away. And then it's sort of like, okay, the new sets are going to be coming out in a couple of months. I'm going to have to start saving up for those. So I can't do any more of both. It's just so funny how it just sort of works out. I completely agree right now. Oh my gosh. Brick Emotions, Nightmare Before Christmas, both her Jack Skellington and her Sally are so beautiful. She did such a great job on both of them. I think I was streaming the night that she launched those or released that video. And literally, like, after I finished streaming, I went and watched her video and thought that she just did such a great job with it. And I think it was so nice because one of the things that I'd said to her in the chat, and I don't know how much sense I made in the chat when I wrote this down either, in her chat, I should say, was that my brother had come over and he had seen the Jack and Sally minifigures that I got as part of the Disney collection. And my brother loves Tim Burton more than what I do. He's a huge Tim Burton fan and loves the artwork and all of that sort of stuff. And he didn't recognise them, and he was like, "Oh, what are these?" And I was just like, "It's Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I see it now, but the proportions are all wrong." And I was sort of like, "Yeah, they kind of are." And so when Brick Emotion did them as mini dolls, I just sort of went, the proportions are so much nicer as mini dolls. It just looks so much better. So yeah, she just did such a beautiful job of those. Where am I going? Same with all of the Lego writing things, all of the buildings are tan with dark red roofs and purple accents, masonry bricks. Yes, exactly. Lego does actually pay attention to those details, which I appreciate. Stressing me out, don't have any dot sets. Struggle is real. Cornet, I have all the dot sets and we'll have all the other ones. I think that Cornet, you and I are going to be matching with that. Hopefully one day. Again, Mark, I think that space is going to be my biggest bugbear. And every now and again, if I think about, my ideal circumstance, I would be saying that it would be lovely to have a huge shed or massive area, warehouse, because ultimately what would be a dream come true for me would be to be able to continue to add to my city rather than having to take things down and rebuild them. I would absolutely love the opportunity to be able to sort of continually add as new sets come out and as things change, and to be able to create like a range of different areas and lots of different builds. Like, that would be an absolute dream come true. I just don't have the space for that. So I think I'm probably going to just have to sort of mix and match to the best of my ability for the most part and see how I go with that. But one day, yes, I would love to be able to do like a Rapunzel's Tower area. Yeah, it would be super cool. Super, super cool to be able to do that. So we'll see. We'll just have to see what's possible. But yes, one day I will be able to put in all my different builds, hopefully, in one way or another. Even if, like I said, it has to be like a temporary thing. I hope not, but sometimes we just have to make do. Oh, no, hang on, I don't know if that actually goes on there. I'm just making assumptions now, aren't I? Oops. Going off on a tangent again. Right. Right, back to the chat. Yes, had to pull it off and put it back on the right way. Hopefully that worked. Oh, cool, Brett's here. Hi, Brett. I'm really behind in the chat. I keep getting distracted with building. But it's lovely to have you here, Daddy Choo Choo. Yes, yeah, and I sort of do whatever makes you happy, Rogue. I think that that's a perfectly reasonable explanation. There are a few. There have been a few times where I haven't put. It's weird that there's nothing in that bit. There have been a few occasions where I haven't put stickers on some of my sets either. So, and I think that that's okay. Right, now, so, oh, here we go. That's what I need, I think. I'm getting there, gang. So we'll see. And then, I don't know. Cool. Oh, just found the mini dollhouse I made for Ella, and now I want to make another one. That sounds like a great little build. Oh, cool. Oh, that's fantastic. So Brett's saying just won a first competition last night ever. Whoop, whoop. 3 polybags. That's fantastic. Super cool. Oh, and Amy's finished Cinderella now. I think I've kind of caught up with the chat, which is really cool. So, yeah. So lots has been happening. Oh, it's so nice to be able to win a little prize, Brett. I must admit that I don't really have that much luck when it comes to, you know, winning prizes and those sorts of things. So I usually get completely overexcited about anything that I get for free because I'm not used to it. Right. Where does it? Oh, this goes down here. Cool. Goes down there. Right. Okay. Oh, whoops, ran the wrong way. That way. To there, to there. Little camp sign up here. This we tuck in here. And then we've got a few other bits and pieces. Oh, here. Oops. A couple of other flowers. Let's maybe some here. Oh, and I am missing a piece here. That's okay. Maybe. Maybe let's put something up there so it doesn't look quite so neglected. And a little flower down the front too. There we go. Cool, so that's that one done, which is super awesome. Let's see. Do you want to change something from Aurora's hairpiece? Oh, wow. I knew that Ellie V was probably going to upload something really soon, and I thought that the first thing that she'd be uploading would be Andrea's house. So I'm not surprised to see that that's happened. Oh, Amy said the same thing. Right, now we're on to the big tree house. So that will be my next build, and it does seem like I have at least sort of sorted these into colour parts. So we'll see how long this takes me. But I've only just been going for over an hour, so we might have a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, which will be nice. So I think that Greg from London Bridge Bricks might be streaming later. So we'll see if I'm going to be awake to join in with his stream. He always has lots of fun on his channel, so that would be nice to be able to catch up and see him stream and do all his knolling. You know, look at how good my knolling is, guys. Don't tell him. Don't tell Greg. Lots of foliage. And it will also give us a chance to be able to watch LEV's video as well. Although I'm sure that a few of you will probably go off and want to watch it now, which is fine. Don't blame you. I really want to see Andrea's house as well. Yes, I'm really excited for Andrea's house. I really want to get the cinema and the park. I think the cinema and the park will be the first two that I'll get. And then I'll just see what else I can get hold of. So we'll see. I might still be building retro sets next week while LEV builds up all the new ones, which is cool. She's so lucky to be able to live next to or close to a Lego store at least. So one day maybe in Perth we'll have a Lego store, which will be awesome. Would be so nice to be able to get parts from the pick a brick wall. Love that. Makes organising stuff for Mock so much easier. But we'll see. Bricklink's fine for now. I had a really nice Kiwi Bricklink seller recently who also packed everything in like eco-friendly packaging, which I thought was awesome. Ratner loves LEV as well. Let's see this summer if we get another pool. We'll keep the trend of a pool every 2 years alive. Yes. I know, like a Cinderella carriage every year. We know what's what, don't we, gang? Oh. Right. So we've got all my other bits and pieces. Maybe I should have started with this one because I'm sprawling a lot now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's put some of this stuff over here. Maybe we can cut the tan pieces up here. Tan. There's all my hair in here as well. Uh-oh. Oops, no, that's tan. Let's put more of that stuff over here. Let's put some of the purple stuff down here. Tire, more water. Oops. Cup. That might be part of that. Put that over there. That might be part of that as well. That's going to confuse me. That will come back to bite me again. So if I can't find those parts, they're over there. Keep an eye on them for me. When I start to melt down about my old lady brain again, Brickish, you'll have to just let me know what's going on. Right. Have all the houses except for Andre and Stephanie's house. I'll be getting both. Yes, I'm really looking forward to getting hold of Andrea's house as well. I at some stage or another, again, I'm not too sure when I've got space, when I've got time, I don't know. I'd really like to be able to try and do like a residential area in my city as well and modify some of the residential houses together a bit more and have a nice like little residential street, add in some of like the park sets and the pet sets. I think that would be so cute and so cool. So once again, my big dreams of my non-existent Lego city that one day may eventually get built. Which would be super cool. I'd love to be able to get more building done. Right, let's see. Why do I sound like a mum? I don't know, Mark. Maybe because I'm old. I'm not a mum though. I'm a Lego mum to a few people and a Lego aunt to a few people, but I haven't ever given birth to kids. So, but I do feel like, well, I am older. I'm old. I'm an AFOL. So that's probably why I sound like a mum. I don't know. I've got to keep all these little young ones in line. Look after them. Right. Look at how great my knolling's going. It's just color coded, but that's how I roll with my version of knolling. Cherries are stuck. Right. It's exciting. I haven't built this set in such a long time, so I am actually really looking forward to building this one. It should be heaps of fun. I think that this is actually quite a cool set. I don't know whether or not this was sort of like a little bit of a like lesser recognized sort of sub theme. I'm not sure, but I always sort of felt like this was sort of not as popular as like the snow resorts and stuff like that. Don't know if I'll be getting much Lego this month. I really want to get a rainbow flag, proper Minecraft for my laptop, and some things for my new room, so the amusement park will be postponed. I think that sounds perfectly acceptable, Corno. Do I know about Disney making a sequel for the live-action Aladdin? Oh my gosh, that would be super fantastic. Love my old lady brain. Thanks, Brickish. We love a good plan, and they can become real. Like my crazy idea for the driving school. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think as well. We've got to dream big, you know. And I just sort of think possibly one day I will be able to get my lovely large expanse of some sort of Lego city area. It'd be so much fun. Like there's some really like blessed Lego builders out there that have so much room for their Lego cities. And I just can't help but look at them and just sort of go, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to be able to do like a friend's version of that and add in lots of princess sets and do lots of cool stuff with that. I would just absolutely love that, but maybe one day. Don't know. I don't know whether or not I'll end up living in the city forever. I don't think that I'm a city girl at heart. I think I would much prefer to be living in the country somewhere. So that might mean that I would end up with a shed or something. Something awesome one day. Fingers crossed. If I'm lucky, it would be beautiful. So... Corno, yes, I'm Corno's Lego mum, yeah. And I think I was Brickish's Lego mum at some stage as well, but I think I prefer to be Brickish's auntie because I think we could have some fun, Brickish, if I wasn't your mum. So we'll see. And then collar code and knolling, yeah, I know. It's a step in a direction. Maybe not the right direction. It's a step in a direction. Can you imagine sitting here and watching me knoll though? It would take me forever. You'd all be asleep by the time I finish knolling. I'm not too sure if that would make it for a very entertaining live stream. I don't know. Mind you, I've quite enjoyed watching Greg do his knolling, so maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. How am I supposed to have this? Yes, this way. Okay. Lego just suddenly changed a picture on me and it confused me. 2, 4, 6, 6, 6, 2, 4, 6. Digging through my custom pieces box, the future HP box, and I'm surprised by the things I've made in 2020. Cool. Arendelle Castle. No. It's had progress, but there's a really fantastic builder that I follow on Instagram called 9 Brick City, and she, I think that she's been on Beyond the Brick a couple of years ago with this fantastic Diagon Alley mock prior to the set being released officially. So she did a mock version of it. If you scroll through Beyond the Brick, you'll probably come across her build, which is phenomenal. And with most of her builds, she builds them so that they open out. They're hinged, so they're not modular that you lift off. She actually takes them out of the street and she places them on a table like in front, and then she opens them out and explains all the detail, which is just so gorgeous and so phenomenal. And on Instagram, I actually saw that she has built a version of the Arendelle Castle based on the movie. So, which is gorgeous and fantastic and amazing. And I don't want to copy her because I do want to do my own version of it. But seeing her version of, Arendelle also inspired me to make a few little changes. And I think it was one of those things that was really interesting because one of the changes that I had been thinking about making was to actually bring the front door out a little bit, like only a brick or two, but just to make the front door a bit more grand so that there was a little bit more of a roof over the top of the front door and so that it wasn't just all flat on the front. And interestingly, that was one of the things that she actually had in her build. And as soon as I saw it, I just went, yep, I've definitely got to do that. And then I also want to make sure that I put a back on my castle as well. So I think at one stage I had intended to possibly just have some of my builds and not worry so much about the back of them. But if I'm going to build something, it would be nice to build it properly, especially because I don't know whether or not things are going to be kept or rebuilt, or if I'm ever going to have a chance to come back and rebuild it again at some stage. So I do have some more of the parts that I need to build the back and the front of Arendelle Castle, which is really cool. It's going to be a little bit deeper as well, so that's going to be really awesome and exciting so that I can get a little bit more detail in there as well, Marc. So yeah, I'm excited to try and get on and build up more of that. Yay, it's exciting. Well, we're talking fun. It's not be related at all. Not that type of fun, Brickish. Yeah, 9 Brick Cities. Yeah, Arendelle Castle is amazing. Yeah. And I just think that, you know, she's such a talented builder as well. So it was really exciting to see her take on the Arendelle Castle. But I also don't know whether or not she had any inspiration from the official Lego sets. So I think that it would be really nice to have that comparison between her build and my build around taking an official set and then modifying it, or just building from her imagination. Okay, Corné, be right back. That's cool. Yeah, I've not been too bad, Amy. Like I said earlier, it's been really hot here. So I'm not too sure how others cope with hot weather, but I tend to just get really tired. So yesterday I spent most of the day asleep on the sofa under the aircon, which was really nice, but very unproductive. So I was sort of like going, oh, I wish I'd been able to get more done. But I also think that a lot of the time, if we need to sort of have a rest and wind down, then we should just give ourselves permission to be able to do that. So yeah, so I did just have a little bit of a rest. It's also been sort of quite interesting working over in between like Christmas and New Year's as well, and just making sure that some of our clients and consumers and all of that sort of stuff are going okay too, which has been really nice. We've been really lucky because we've been able to get a few more volunteers in WA started over the Christmas period as well, so that's been really cool too. So yeah, all of that stuff's been really sort of quite nice, but yeah, the heat just really kills me. I'm too old to be getting this warm. I think that might be another reason why I quite like to move to the country, because I'd probably move somewhere a little bit more south, so it's a little bit more cooler. There's my window. Finally, I found it. Yeah, so that's how I've been. Oh my gosh, Mark, that's such a good question. If I could make any type of Lego friend set, what would I make? I think a couple of the things that I would probably try and make would be the sets that we haven't seen before that I think would probably fit in quite nicely to the Friends world. But would also be something that I'd enjoy as well. So to Amy's no surprise whatsoever, because Amy's heard me talk about this before, I think that a bookshop would be really nice, or a library. I think both of those things would be so nice to be able to have in Heart Lake City, or a version, like a Friends version of either of those things. We seem to get loads of cafes and restaurants and all of that sort of stuff, which is awesome because I love food and I love being able to go out and eat out at restaurants. So I perfectly accept that as an option. I think that would be really cool too. And then I have said this before as well, and this is definitely a pipe dream, but I think like doing smaller sets, say like the cubes that we got this year, or the little heart boxes that we got last year, but I would love to see, say, either like a different range of animals. So I think it would be really cool to do Australian animals in like a little cubes series, mainly because I think that having friends like koala bears and kangaroos and wallabies and stuff would be super cute. I think that, wombats and koalas and all of that sort of stuff would lend themselves really well to being created as friends animals. So that would definitely be something that I'd like to see. And then I also think that a really cool sub-theme for Friends that we haven't seen before, but we've sort of had something similar with the snow resort sets, would be like an Arctic Explorer type thing. Again, I think that it would be really cool to get like polar bears and penguins that we've had before, but in a slightly sort of different version. And it would be really nice to see the Friends girls go off and maybe do like Arctic research instead of just jungle research. And I think that would be a good possibility because it kind of fits in with the marine rescue sets. So it would be kind of cool to see if we could get like Arctic rescue again. And then Sea of Vets, because there isn't enough. I know, exactly. And that's where I just sort of go, I don't think that there's anything wrong with having vets. Obviously, we need them, Bucky needs to make sure that he's staying healthy and he's got his vets and all of that sort of stuff. But it would be nice to see something a bit different. And I think that that's also where we sort of go, obviously Lego has to make sure that they cater for people aging out of Friends, although some of us don't, like me. I just stick with it. But by and large, I've accepted that they are marketing Friends sets to, young people. And so I think that that's why they repeat their sets quite often, because obviously vets is a theme that a lot of people want. So every few years they give us a vet sets because, you know, the people newer to the theme wouldn't have got them before, and the people that had those sets before probably have aged out and may not necessarily be interested in Lego, or they're happy just to get something, another set, a different set, a bigger set, whatever it happens to be. But yeah, I'd like to sort of see slight differences, and I do think that it would be really cool to do like an Arctic explorer type thing. So that would be something that I'd like to see, and I think that that would be more likely than than say the Australian animals. I don't think that I'll ever see Australian animals in Friends, but I can dream. What about you guys, Mark? What would you like to see? Amy's saying a bookshop, a sweet shop, a toy shop, and different countries, yeah. Thinking in your head about making a street out of all the Friends' houses, I think that that would be amazing. I think that, again, that's something that it would be really great to see more people do, because I think that a lot of people love the idea of being able to do that. I know that Mama's Bricks is that she's sort of mocked some of the Lego Friends houses that she's already got to make them more like terrace houses and a bit more like Dutch houses. I think that that's partly to do with Dutch architecture. And I sort of think it would be really nice for me to try and do maybe like a bit more of an Australian version of a Lego Friends street. And do my own take on that, because I think that would be lots of fun. But again, I just sort of go, there's been some really and again, I mean, I think LEV's sort of done mock versions of a lot of the Friends' houses and that type of stuff as well. So I think that there's been a lot of people do that stuff, which is awesome. Because we can always have more, because different people are creative in different ways. Right, what do I need? I need one of these. One of those. Cool. Oh, Lego Bricks is here. Hello, how you going? Hope you've had a reasonably nice New Year's. We're just chatting away while I build some older sets. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get hold of any of the new sets yet. Oh my gosh, I know. And Puck. There's a car driving past, so it's going bananas. He's making sure that everyone knows that the front door is open, but can't come in and attack us. I know, I would absolutely love to have an official Lego wombat. I think that would be amazing. But I just sort of go, we've got such cute bunny rabbits and hamsters and all of that sort of stuff, and I just sort of think like a little Lego wombat would be so adorable to have in that collection. I think we've got those gorgeous little Lego sloths now as well, and I just sort of think it would be so cool to have like a koala version as well. It would be so cute. And then we've got like little squirrels and that type of stuff, and I just sort of think, oh my gosh, it would be so adorable to have like a little wallaby as well. It would be super cute to have like a little platypus. Like, how adorable would a little Lego platypus be? It would be so cute. So I just keep envisioning all these like little friends, little. Have I done this right? No. Oh, whoops. All these little like animals as in Friends. And I just sort of go, 5 would be enough. I'd be happy with 5. I could make my peace with 5 animals. I think that would be super cool. I would have to go overboard, but 5 in like a little cube for one for each of the friends' girls would be so awesome. So yes, that would be one of my Jake's portal here as well. Hi Jake. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, so it's nice that you can join us. We're just building lots of older sets and having a little bit of a chit chat about how things are going at the moment and what's been happening. Once again, I'm having a little bit of a whinge to everyone that's freezing cold in the Northern Hemisphere about being super hot here in Australia. So I'm not getting any sympathy whatsoever, which is fine. Because I'm sure that if you guys started to whinge about how cold you are, I probably wouldn't give you much sympathy back. So that's what happens, isn't it, when we've got international things going on. Right, it goes here. Is that right? Where did that book come from? Oh, that book just goes under the stairs, does it? Okay. So that gets tucked under there. This goes in here. Cool. Okay. So let's have a look. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm so looking forward to getting all the different pugs. I actually went on to Bricks and Pieces yesterday to see if I could order all the animals, all the surprise pets from the new cubes, and they'd already all sold out. So I think I'm going to have to go back to Bricklink to try and find those animals again, which is fine, but I'm still trying to collect animals from wave number 1 off Bricklink. So there's a few on, I think I'm only missing 2 now. So I have ordered another 2. So I think that, let's have a look at my little notepad. Let's see what I've got left to order, where I write down all my secret notes. Yeah. So yeah, I've only got bunnies to get, which was from the first Mia's cube. The blue and the gold bunny are the only 2 that I've got left to order. I've ordered the gold cat and I've ordered the pink turtle. So those are on their way. I've just got to do the blue and the gold bunny. So, but I've already missed out on all the new animals. So that's probably going to take me such a long time to try and track them all down and order them from all different parts of the world, which is such a shame. I was so frustrated that I didn't manage to get hold of those this time. The last 2 waves, I think. The last wave I definitely managed to order all of them, which was really super handy off Bricks and Pieces, but not this time. So I don't think that they do any more batches of them either. But, you know, that's all cool. I'll get them eventually. But yes, I'd love all the different coloured pugs. I'm also really looking forward to the little pug minifig in the CMF series as well. So I will probably end up getting a couple of those too. I just love little pugs. They're so cute. And then, yeah, it just had snow until it started to rain. Oh my gosh, it's just so different. I've still got my fan on because it's so hot here. So, goes there, yes. And there's the other one. And then, oh my gosh, all the 2021 sets are sold out here apart from the Harry Potter art set. Oh, wow, that's so phenomenal. I did go online and I had a look at all the Harry Potter books, like the classroom books. They all sold out as well yesterday, so they've already all gone off the Lego website. There are still some of the Friends sets available, so I am hoping that they'll stay available, maybe, at least for a little while. Why is that not those things? Right. Oh, oops. So yeah, we'll see whether or not I can get any of the new ones. But we don't have any new Lego in any of the shops that are near me. So like Kmart and Big W didn't have any Lego sets in them, any of the new ones. They've still got some of the older ones, but nothing new. Oh, okay, is in the Disney Cinderella polybag. I think I've got that one then. I think I specifically got that polybag because I loved the dress so much. And yes, it's a super gorgeous dress. Again, I think that I was able to get that from overseas. So, yeah. What's this go? It goes like that. Okay. Cool. All right. Don't have any of the cubes, and if I think about it, I have 6 mini dolls. Oh, okay. So 3 from the Lego Movie. That's cool because I think that the Lego Movie had really nice mini dolls. I really liked Mayhem, Sweet Mayhem. I thought that was such a gorgeous mini doll. And I also really loved Susan as well. I thought that was such a gorgeous character too. I think that it was quite nice to get a mini doll with a slightly different expression as well. So that was sort of partly why I sort of quite liked that mini doll. And then I think that Mia is a really cool mini doll as well. And Stephanie's nice too. I like all the mini dolls. I don't know where that came from and why that fell. That might have just been resting there. Just don't know what's happening in my little Lego build, as per usual. Oh my gosh, a bulldog. And called Jowls in the Treads tuning set. Oh, that's so cool. Quite often I do tend to pick up some of the different animals to no one's surprise whatsoever. So I think I do have like the little Scotty dog. So I did get that, which isn't a friend's dog. I've also got the Chihuahua as well. I've got quite a few Chihuahuas too because I love them. I'm not too sure if I've ever been able to find one of the Bulldogs though, so I might not have that. And I'd quite like to get one of the Dachshunds as well that we got with the dog walker in one of the last CMF series as well. So let's see how I'm going. Pucky's just hanging out next to me now, which is really cute. Cool. Oh, okay. Andre's house is still here because it's an exclusive at Smith's, a British toy store. I know every now and again they confuse me with the exclusives at the different stores. I know that a few years ago the hot chocolate van was actually an exclusive at Toy World, which is not a super common store. But luckily, at that stage, there wasn't one that was too far from me, and they did actually have that in stock, so I was able to go and grab that. So that's quite good. And then the most recent Mulan set as well, not the storybook, but the actual set. That was an exclusive at David Jones, which is one of the department stores here as well. So again, that was a bit confusing too. So it's just interesting to see how and why they pick the ones that they pick to have the exclusives. But I'm not surprised that once again Lego has become quite popular in the UK, because I know that you guys have been in and out of lockdown so much. So I think that Lego is sort of one of those things that's quite entertaining to be able to do while you're at home. So I know the Susan mini doll is quite depressed. I think that she just looks concerned. She looks really worried. But I quite like that because I like having different expressions. Pucky's grumbling again. There must be someone outside again. So, no, it's funny, isn't it? And then, oh, Brett's saying that he also got the tuning workshop. Oh, fantastic. Stephanie's ice cream cup. That's quite a cute little set as well. So, yeah, it was really interesting when I went to the Lego shop, or went to Kmart and, when I went to Kmart and Big W the other day as well, because they sort of had clumps of sets, if that kind of makes sense. So they sort of didn't have a lot of variety, but the ones that they did have, they sort of seemed to have a lot of. So I don't know whether or not that's just because people weren't particularly interested in that set, or whether or not that arrived later than some of the others. Not really sure, but it was just sort of like, it was sort of quite interesting to see what they still had available. And then I stood there, looked at them all for a while going, oh, I want the new ones. And then I walked backwards and forwards. And like previously at my local Kmart, there was like 2 aisles with both sides full of Lego, and then there was like another back wall that also had the ends as well, whereas now there's like 1 aisle and half back wall. So there's nowhere near as much Lego at that Kmart than what there used to be prior to lockdown and everything. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes for the new sets to reach Perth. Hopefully not too long. There's a lot of fun things to build in the tread set, so you've got an epic building time ahead, Brett. That's cool. Get confused with the exclusives. Are an exclusive in America but not in the UK. Oh my gosh, I know. I get very confused with all of that sort of stuff as well, and it is even things like, you know, polybags not being available in Perth that I can ever find. So then that sort of adds to the confusion for me too. Right, I think that's correct. Okay. I don't know what angle to put this on. What direction, Lego, are you going to make me build this on? And then I still see dimensions everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. I think it just depends on, you know, how demand goes and all of that sort of stuff, doesn't it? And I guess Lego can't really predict what, well, maybe they can, I don't know. I guess it depends on how good Lego are at predicting what sets are going to be popular or not. But I don't envy them to try and figure out that in their job at all. I don't know whether or not I'd be able to predict Lego trends of the future very well. We'll just sort of see. We can see what's going to happen. So, yeah. And I think it also depends on the store as well. So, I know that the 2 shops that I tend to go to are both quite popular, but Big W usually takes longer to get newer sets in, but they tend to be available for longer as well. So I don't know whether or not that's because fewer people are shopping at Big W, or whether or not they order in greater quantities. I don't know. But yeah, usually if I go to Big W, they don't get the stuff on the shelves as quickly, but they do tend to. I think this goes here. Where are you going? Maybe. Okay, yes, it looks like it. Sorry, just talking to my build. Yeah, so it just depends. Oh, hang on. No, I'll do it here. Right, that's right. Cool. Yeah, so I think it's just sort of quite interesting. Oh my gosh, British. It's snowing here. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What's happening here? It's still 27 degrees here. So, mostly clear, and it's 27 degrees, and it's 10 to 10 in the evening. It's usually not 27 degrees at this time of night. So it's too hot still. I'm going to have to be sleeping under the fan again tonight. I can't believe that it's snowing where you are. Yeah, the regional exclusive stuff is really tricky, and I think it was interesting to see the response to like the Chinese diner and the Dragon Dance set, because I think that's when Lego realised that they probably shouldn't really be doing regional exclusives anymore. And what was even more frustrating about that was Australia was part of that regional exclusive. So Australasia was included in being able to get hold of the Chinese New Year sets. And I remember like staying up and going online and getting onto the Lego website, getting all of that sort of ready to go and refreshing it for hours. And nothing was happening. And then I was just like, okay, I've got to factor in the time difference for maybe it's Eastern Standard Time. So factored in the time difference and then went online, and there was still nothing on there. And it wasn't until I'd been doing that for maybe half an hour or so that I was then like, I'm going to have to Google this and figure out what's going on. And then I found out that it is a regional exclusive, and that Australia was part of that, but only in stores. So I was just like, so it's not actually a regional exclusive at all then, because Western Australia, South Australia, Northern Territory, Tasmania couldn't actually get them anyway. So I was so disappointed after that. But I think possibly in the long run that may have been for the best, because I don't think that I can really afford to be getting a whole other theme of Chinese New Year sets. Yeah, I know. It's so warm. But I don't want to keep whinging about it because you guys are all probably too cold. So yeah. It's and we haven't had much of like a sea breeze either. Usually Perth isn't too bad with warmish weather because we tend to get like the sea breeze that comes through. But that hasn't really been happening lately. So I don't think that that's been helping cooling off everything either. But anyways, it's okay. What brand do I want in Lego, or do I like in Lego? The themes that I usually collect, well, the themes that I collect at the moment are Friends, obviously. So I do have a lot of the Friends sets, not all of them, but a lot of them. I am missing a few of the riding stable ones, much to Cornet's horror, and a couple of the earlier sets as well, which I may end up finding at some stage or another secondhand. But that will probably be when I've actually got more time to look at sets secondhand. And I have noticed recently that the cost of the secondhand sets have gone up a little bit as well, so they're probably not as affordable as what they used to be. So again, I don't know quite whether or not that's going to influence whether or not I get those sets either. My all-time favourite theme from Lego was the elves theme, which is why I'm still making videos about elves. And so I will probably be doing another. I've done an area for Nida. I've done an area for Farron and Rosalind. I'll be doing one of the more evil elves as my next shelf. And then I also want to do an area for Azari and Era as well. And I will also probably do like a little bit of like an elves sort of shopping area with some of like a bit more of a range of different sets there as well. So all of those will probably be going onto my bookshelf. So that's my favourite theme, is the elves theme. If Lego were going to come out with a new theme, I would really love something similar to the elves. That's a little bit more organic building, a little bit more complicated, something with a bit more of a storyline that goes sort of through it, which would be super cool. And then just sort of see what happens from there. So that would be really awesome. I do tend to get most of the dot stuff. So I do think so far I've gotten all the dots stuff. And then I've also got a lot of the Disney Princess stuff. I think I am missing some of the early Aurora and Sleeping Beauty ones, but maybe just the bedroom at this stage, I think, from memory. And then I'm also missing some of the earlier Cinderella stuff as well. So Cinderella's Romantic Castle is on my wish list to get, but once again, I'll probably end up getting that secondhand too. So I think that would be really cool. I would love to see more Disney stuff, but more of like different Disney stuff that we haven't had before, I think would be really kind of cool. So I know I've said it before, things like Zootopia I think would be really cool. It would be really nice to sort of maybe get like a set from 101 Dalmatians. Like, I think that would be a really interesting set to try and come up with, especially because they already have Dalmatians available. I think it would be really interesting to do maybe some more stuff with some of like the more like evil palace type things. I think that would be really interesting as well. I'd love to be able to get more sets for Merida, Snow White. It'd be fantastic to have like the Seven Dwarfs included as well. I think that would be awesome. So I'd love to see a Seven Dwarfs and Snow White, Disney Princess something. That would be really cool. That goes here. And okay, right. Yeah, so I think all of that would be really cool. Have I missed anything in the chat? You guys usually are quite good at reminding me what else would be quite cool to have. Oh my gosh, Sweet Mayhem's spaceship is awesome. Yes. I don't want to make you more desperate to get that, but that's such a lovely set. So fantastic. I also really, really love the disco van. What was that called? I can't even remember anything. I really loved that set too. Both of those were two of my favourites from the Palace was really good as well from the Lego Movie 2 too. The SDCC sets and minifigs are the worst, and also the Lego Movie brickheads. Okay. What does SDCC? San Diego Comic-Con? Is that what that is? I don't know. Yeah, I've got a lot of the Hidden Side sets as well. I've actually ordered the Haunted Castle thing, whatever that was called officially. So that's coming, but that's coming all the way from Holland. So if Mama's Bricks and Corno are here, yep, that's where I ordered it from. But you guys have such good bricklink sellers in Holland. So I do end up getting a lot of my bulk lots of Lego parts from there as well, because there's a couple of really good Dutch bricklink sellers that I get a lot of stuff from. So Raps is back, although you probably got back ages ago. It's just taking me such a long time to keep. Corno's back as well. Oh, okay, so only Dots thing I own was a Dot Series 1 bag, which I got because if you spent, oh, there was a discount. Cool. Yeah, the sorting cases are super handy. I really like them. I think that they're really awesome. And again, there's been some of the Dot stuff that I've liked more than others. But I do really like the little animal cubes. I thought they were really cute. Of course. No surprises there that I'm going to like the ones with animals. And I thought that the pineapple thing was also pretty good fun. Like I thought that was actually really cute and sort of quite iconic and that sort of stuff as well. So they've come out with some really cute things. I also really like the bracelets, but they get too hot on my on my wrists. So I can't wear them. I'm too sweaty. Too hot for that. So, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, I do like designing the stuff, and I actually really enjoy putting the designs together as well. I find it really relaxing. So, which is quite funny, really, I guess, in a way. So, especially because before they were released, I think Amy and we were talking about them a little bit. And I was sort of like, yeah, I don't really think that that's going to be a theme for me. You know, I don't think that it's going to be super exciting. I said to her, I'll probably get some of them to try out on my channel so that I've got a bit of extra content and, you know, see what it's like and, you know, give you all my sort of thoughts on them and see how it goes. And I was just like, I'm obsessed. It's so relaxing to sit here and just put dots on plates. So I loved it. Yeah, I love Rapunzel as well. So it would be really nice to do a bit more with my Rapunzel sets. I think that would be really good fun, but I don't quite know how or what yet. I think I've got to put a bit more thought into that to sort of figure out exactly how I want that to look and what I want to be able to do with them. It's good to have more money. Yes, I completely agree. Oh, party bus, yes. Oh, Bricksloth is here. I've sent off your instructions, Bricksloth, so they should be on their way. I don't know how long that's going to take because I have a funny feeling that a lot of our post is going over east and then it's heading over to the US from the East Coast. And I think that Victoria is a lot better at the moment, but now Sydney's sort of having issues with lockdowns and all of that sort of stuff as well. So it might just take a little bit of time, but it's coming. It's been posted and it's coming. Okay, yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, so I was sort of right. Yeah, Pop-up party bus, yes. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that my old lady brain is very forgetful. Can't remember what I'm talking about. I get so muddled when I'm on live streams. But yes, that one. That one is a beautiful set. Absolutely love it. And I remember, Courtney, that was like your little avatar for such a long time as well. Yeah, and it's still on display. Both of those sets are still on display. And I am going to have like a little Lego Movie 2 shelf in my Lego room at the other house as well, because I just loved so many of those sets. I thought they were so gorgeous. Okay, I think I'm going well. I'm getting there, gang. I am getting there. Cool. Yeah, Corne loves the storing boxes here as well. Oh, it's so windy. Snowing in Liverpool. Oh my gosh. Snowing with Brickish as well. Oh my gosh, having a few traditional New Year's Dutch raisin vignettes with powdered sugar. They're so good. They sound amazing. Oh yes, Lego Simpsons would be really good fun, I think. I really like the sets that they have already come out with the house and the Quickie Mart. I thought that both of them were so gorgeous. If by some miracle I end up being a multi-millionaire one day, it would be really cool to track those sets down. I think I would also quite like to track down the Scooby-Doo sets as well, because I think that they were a lot of fun too. But currently, neither of them are on my wish list, because I just don't think that it's going to be very possible. I think that I think the ship has sailed for me with those ones. Unfortunately. But again, I like seeing them in other people's cities and seeing what other people do with them. So that's kind of fun. I think that that's enough. That'll have to do for me. And then, yes, fingers crossed. I think so as well. Yeah, that's why I wanted to let you know that I have posted them. They are on their way. It took me a little bit longer to get them to the post office than I had hoped. Different things kept on popping up at work, and I kept on running late, and all the usual stuff of not being a very good adult kept on happening. But they are in the post for you. They're on their way. Yeah, so just let me know when they arrive, although I'm sure that I will see a video once they get to you as well. I had hoped to put in a few other little treats for you as well, Bricksloth, but I do have a really lovely lady at my local post office, and she said that because it was just paper, she could put it through as a document, which meant that it was cheaper postage, and I didn't have to put a declaration form or anything like that on it. So that's what I've done. So I wasn't able to send you a minifigure or anything like that. It's just the instructions and a little note from me as well. So maybe at some point in the future, we'll be able to do a sig fig trade. But considering that Jezza is still patiently waiting for his sig fig trade, because the postage is so much to post parcels at the moment, that's just having to wait a little while as well. So hopefully that will be okay. Yeah, the Quickie Mart, is still the best Lego supermarket. It's on my wish list. Yeah, I think that they just did such a gorgeous job with the Quickie Mart. I thought that was so well done. And again, I think that that's got a lot to do with the fact that they made it big enough. And that's where I sort of go, I think every now and again, price does come into it and affordability does come into it as well. But I just sort of go, I think that sometimes the friend sets appear to be quite lackluster because they're small, because they're trying to have lots of different price points and make things affordable enough. Corne, I think you and I were talking about the doggy daycare that's coming out is not as nice as one of the previous doggy daycares, but I think that the newer doggy daycare is like a cheaper version, which is probably the main reason why it doesn't look as nice because it's so much smaller. And then sad Warner Brothers doesn't have the Lego Movie license anymore because the next Lego movies won't have any more Emma. Oh my gosh, I didn't realise that had all changed. Don't know whether to pull the trigger on the X-Wing TIE Fighter. I don't know what any of those words mean, Brickish, but if it's Lego, I'd just go for it. Because I'm the worst influence of people buying Lego. Don't ever ask me about whether or not you should or shouldn't buy Lego, because my answer is always, just buy it. Oh my gosh, and Jez is saying snow on the moor, but not here on the edge, just really cold. Oh my gosh. You guys, stop talking about how cold it is. Pucky's literally lying on the tiles panting. And it's 10 o'clock at night here. Yeah, it's just after 10 p.m. We're still boiling. Oh, and Jake's saying that he only wants the Leah minifig. I only have the racing boat thing set from the camping sets. Oh, this one, is this the one that you're missing? Yeah, it's really nice. It is a lovely set. Again, I think that it was sort of like a bit like under the radar. Would that be fair to say? It just seemed that a lot of people didn't really pay much attention to it when it sort of came out. I don't know whether or not that's just my interpretation or not, but yeah. I didn't think that the adventure camp sub-theme was as popular as some of the other sub-themes that we had in the past. But that just might be my interpretation. I might be getting things wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, it is a really nice set. Oh, should I move you guys up since I'm building upwards now? Yeah. I always forget to make sure that you guys know what I'm looking at. I think it's cool enough to get the instructions. I can't expect you to should be passes from the bottom of the globe, I know. But I was just saying, if you like, it's usually nice to put in a few different things, especially if I'm sending something. But yeah, the postage at the moment is just silly. So, but I'm really happy that I've got the instructions off to you because they were just literally sat in a tub here. So they'll be getting put to good use with you. And I've still got my set of instructions as well. So it was just lucky that I somehow or another remembered, first of all, that I had a double up of instructions. And then it was also just super handy that I had recently tidied up a lot of my, is that right? Yes. And I had recently tidied up a lot of my instructions and put most of my instructions into a tub. So the only instructions that aren't in a tub are my Lego Friends instructions. So they're the hardest ones to find, which is probably the backwards way of going about life, but you know, that's the way that I roll by all accounts. So yes. On Corner is just saying that still want to get all the adventure camp sets and the rest of the go-kart sets. Yeah, I really like the go-kart sets. I thought that they were really well done. These adventure camp sets are also super lovely as well. It would be really cool to have like an adventure camp area. And originally, when I had thought that I was going to have more space for my Lego City, I had planned to do like a farming area with all the stables and moving into the farmland and all of that sort of stuff along the bottom of one table, and then to have the adventure camp sets built up on those tables as sort of moving more into the woods. I thought that would look so cool and so pretty. So, but that I won't be able to do that for a little while because the space of my Lego room changed. So, which is cool. It's better to have any size Lego room than no Lego room at all. So hopefully one day I'll be able to do that because again, I think that would look so cool and really nice. Because I can just imagine people staying at like an adventure camp but then also being able to like go off for the day on a day trip and go horse riding, or like go hiking up into the woods and, you know, exploring, you know, different things in the woods, castles or, you know, hidden ruins or whatever. Because I think that that would be so cool and really fun. But maybe I can do that one day. I'll just have to sort of move things around in my city on a regular basis. But it just takes me such a long time to build anything because I'm such a fusspot. So I don't know quite how long that's going to take. Oh my gosh, I'm going croaky again. Drink more water. I've got to drink more water and stay hydrated. Okay. Oops. It's getting trickier to fit everything in because my knolling's so good. It's taking up loads of room. Okay, I've gone. Okay, there's some stuff going on about Princess Leia. That's okay. British, I love you. It's Star Wars, you know, that theme you love. Yep. It's not that I don't like the theme, I just don't know enough about it. It's been such a long time since I've watched any of the movies. I would absolutely love to watch the original 3 again. So like Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back and all of those. I would really, really like to rewatch them. I think that that would be super cool. But I haven't gotten around to doing that yet, so I'm a bit behind the times. And then I think that it would be kind of good to then be able to sort of get into watching some of the newer ones based on that. So I don't know. But I just don't know what's happening in Star Wars anymore. It sort of escaped me. I got left behind and I've not had a chance to catch up. So I just don't know. I'm lost on the moon of Endor. That's where I've been left. And so, and Raps is saying that she has all the go-kart sets and they're awesome. Rest of the camping sets, yeah. I really like the go-kart sets. I think that they are lovely, lovely builds. And I thought that they were like really well designed and sort of put together and all of that sort of stuff as well. Like it was just so nice to have lots of people be enthusiastic about like the downtown diner. I thought that was really cool. I really liked the truck as well. I thought it was so cool to be able to have like a Lego Friends truck. So that was really awesome as well. Have I done something wrong here? Oh, yes, I have. What do I need? A plate. That plate is what I need to put there. Cool. Oh, I still want to get one of the boxes, the IKEA boxes. Oh my gosh, yes. I can just imagine what you'd be able to do with that, Corne. That would be fantastic. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. I'm going to have to update my minifig with grey hair in order to send that over to you, Jezza. My poor little mini doll will be great with grey hair and wrinkles by the time she gets to you. Well, I think the tricky thing is that because that is a parcel, that's why it's so much more expensive to send than to send Brickish just documents, like an instruction book. But yeah, luckily my lovely post lady said, don't put anything else in there, just put the document, and then she can classify that as just, you know, letters or a document or whatever. So that was a very handy tip. But of course, to send a sig fig to is trickier. But I may just have to bite the bullet because it's going to almost be a year of you having to wait to trade sig figs through. which is getting a little bit on the extreme side of things, I think. That's a little bit too much of a weight. So maybe your parcel might be the next one that I'll try and send over. And then I've got a little parcel for Corne to post as well. Mark's saying it's been raining with wind in his area. Oh my gosh. And what else has been happening? I've got the great haul for Christmas. I couldn't stop laughing at the Voldemort on the back of the quilt set. Oh my gosh, I know. The baby Voldemort from the graveyard set. I know, it's such bizarre things, isn't it? I thought that both of those were quite bizarre. I was just like, oh, I don't quite know what to make of all of that. But I guess Lego tried their best to do it accurately. Well, Andrea's Park stage is really cool with the magic, and then you spin it around and it's like a piano. I really like that set too as well. Oh my gosh, put the baby Voldemort on display with the baby Harry that came with the Lily minifig. Yeah, it's really nice having all your instructions in a tub. I managed to get 2 tubs that you could like have the little files in. So that's where I've put all of my instructions, but they had sold out of some of those tubs. So I could only get 2. But I think I might need 2 more tubs for all of my friends' instructions, because I don't think that they're just going to fit into one. I'm not sure, but well, we'll see. But I don't think it's very likely that they'll fit into just one. Okay, that. Then we've got a little flower there, and then we've got 2 more flowers up here. Right there, and like one here or something. Okay. Okay, and another little plate. And the flag. Oh, where's the flag? Here's the flag. Cool. So that's the little top of the tree house, which is cute. Oh, okay, and I've got to put my little thing in. Which, okay, cool. It's from here. Oh, wait, I think I must have used this way. Cute little vine. I really like these vines. I think that this colour is quite rare in the vines as well, from memory. Okay, on to the next little bit, which I think is like the little bedroom area in here. The world's heaviest collection of Lego set instructions. Oh my gosh, I know. It's insane how heavy they've got. No, I haven't repainted her yet. I have had so many issues with her. So I think what I've got to do, I've tried, but the paint job's not coming up very well. So I've tried to, yeah, I have tried. I tried to start and it just wasn't happening. It wasn't looking very good. It was really ugly. So I think what I've got to do is take all the yellow paint off her tail. And then I think what I've got to do is do like an undercoat and then put the yellow over the top. So I think I've got to try and get maybe like, well, probably the best undercoat would be like a red, because then that would sort of cancel out the green. But I think that I might have to go like a red, then a white, then the yellow. And I think that then that might be looking a bit too thick. So I might just try and go white and then the yellow. But I'd sort of also quite like a different coloured yellow, because the yellow that I originally used was nail polish, which is a great way to repaint Lego, use nail polish, especially if you wanted a little bit metallic or shiny or whatever. But I've not been able to find a nicer yellow nail polish. Not that I've been looking particularly a lot. But there's also a few other little things, tricks and ideas that I've been experimenting with as far as repainting mini dolls as well. So I've got some half-painted mini dolls here. So I might try and continue to experiment with them and see how that goes. And if that's successful, then I might try and do either the undercoat in that same way with that same product, or it might be to try and use that product over the top. We'll see. Yeah, but it still's not looking right, but she's getting there. It's just, as per usual, everything takes me such a long time. It's ridiculous. Getting the 1988 copter transport semi-truck, that's cool. Oh, that's fantastic. That's going to look so good, Bricksloth, because I know that you've got your red and yellow trucks in your city as well. So to have a black, red and yellow truck will be really good. Need to wait. Diagon Alley is still not stocked, but put out a reservation on one of the sets, so it will be sent out January 13th. That's okay. It must feel like forever. Oh, fantastic. James put out a review on the bonsai set. Oh, that would be a really nice thing to watch either today or tomorrow. I really like James' reviews. His channel was one of the first Lego channels that I came across, and it was also one of the few Lego channels that I was able to find easily. That was nice about the mini doll sets. So James has always held a soft spot for me for that reason. And I remember him saying, like, ages and ages ago that, you know, it's not his job to make somebody else feel bad about their hobby, which is why he'll never really sort of bag out different themes or whatever. He'll do an honest review and explain things as honestly as he can about what he thinks is good or bad, but he always tries to make sure that it's sort of fair and well thought out, which I think is really cool. And again, his Lego city is one of those Lego cities which is like huge, fantastic, and so awesome. It would be amazing to have that much space for a Lego city. Not that I can complain, because I do have quite a nice size for a Lego city as well. So it would just be nicer if I had a room here, so it would be easier to work on. But again, it's all good. It's nice. It's nice just to have the space. Oops. So that's really cool. Leaks on the Deathly Hallows set because they reuse the dimensions Hermione. But easy to get. I know. It's been sort of quite weird how they've done a lot of the Harry Potter figs, though, hasn't it? Because it sort of seems like they'll have a sort of exclusive fig and then they end up getting released later on anyway. So, you know, the Ollivander fig came out with like the mini Diagon Alley from a few years ago, and then Ollivander's come out again in the bigger set, and I think that was the same with Slughorn as well. Is that Slughorn came out in that 4-pack and then was later released as well, which is cool, but I sort of went, I wish that I'd known that they were going to do that. So I didn't get too panicked about having to pick up sets that I couldn't get in Australia very easily. But I'm glad that I've got them. Oh my gosh, a Lego City train for Christmas. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting, Raps. I must admit that I have completely fallen in love with Lego trains. They are just so much fun and they're so gorgeous. I'm so happy to have my couple of Lego trains, and I still really would love to get hold of the winter holiday train as well. I think that one's going to be a little bit tricky, but I'm hoping not impossible. I have seen that there are a couple of Asian sellers, like in Singapore, that seem to have them at not too bad prices. And I think that the postage from Singapore as well isn't too bad either. So we'll see. That might be a little treat that I get myself at some stage or another. considering that I need more Lego treats. Oh my gosh. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I haven't seen a lot about it, Cornet. Well, I've not ever watched it, so I've not seen it anywhere. It hasn't come to Perth. I know that a couple of my friends went over to Melbourne and saw it when it was on over there, and they said that it was awesome. I've also watched a couple of reviews online about it, and I thought that the storyline was really interesting. But I don't want to say too much because I don't want to do spoilers in case anybody else sees it. But that might be something that you and I can DM about. And then Jake saying, didn't like the Cursed Child. We were better off with more Fantastic Beasts instead. Yeah, I actually haven't seen any of the Fantastic Beasts either. Somehow I missed them when they were out on the cinema, and I haven't bought those on DVD or anything like that yet either. Because I'm slow and plod along. British just bought the X-Wing TIE Fighter. I told you that you should do that. That's a great plan. Dry bread sitting in the dark for the next month. Yeah. So Cornet just mixes a little bit of gold or silver into it to get metallic. Yep, that's cool. Mix glitter glue to get glitter paint. Yep. Lego video games. I don't have any like players. I don't know. I don't even know what you call them. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I don't have an Xbox. I don't have any of that. So the only games that I play are on my phone because I'm a sad old loser. I spent all my money on Lego. I can't afford to have any other fun. But I did play the Lego Tower game on my phone for quite a long time, and I really enjoyed that. I had lots of fun with that. But then I moved over to play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on my phone instead, which is my nice little decompressing, relaxing little game. So yeah, the others might have more machines than what I do. The Yuleball, Harry, Ron, and Hermione were in the in the clock tower, and then released a year later in the advent calendar. I know, it's sort of weird. Thoughts on the Aurora hairpiece, because I think something's off about it. Yeah, maybe. I still think that it's quite pretty. I think it's very similar to Livy's and Ariel's and that sort of stuff, with the way that they've done the curls and that sort of thing. So I don't know whether or not it's sort of that. I don't know how much it actually matches in with the cartoon, particularly in comparison to, say, something like Moana or Jasmine, where you just sort of go, as soon as you see that hairpiece, you just sort of go, oh yeah, of course that's going to be Jasmine's hairpiece. But I wasn't super impressed with Merida's hairpiece in Brave either. So I think that that's just because it was a recolor of Andrea's hairpiece at that time too. So I have a funny feeling that they just sort of sometimes just reuse existing hairpieces, or they try not to like remold it too much. I don't know. But I don't think that it's a perfect recreation of the movie. But again, I just sort of go, I don't know how fussed I am about that, because I think that, you know, things like the Maleficent films and that type of stuff is sort of a nice reimagining of the Snow White story. Oh, have they? They've changed Aurora's hair or something? Or, okay. Oh no, Rogue. Yes, I recently have experienced that similar pain where I assumed that certain pieces would be in available colours and it turns out that they weren't. So then I've had to make slight modifications, and some of them have been more successful modifications than others. But that's such a shame. It's so frustrating when that happens. Oh, hello. Oh, fantastic. Darren and Coralie is here. It's so lovely that you guys are here building. That's really exciting that you're building. Coralie's building the gingerbread house. I literally just took my gingerbread house apart today. That was one of my chores that I decided that I needed to do today since I spent all day yesterday sleeping. So that's exciting. And you've got the corner garage. That's such a nice set as well. I'm so glad that you guys are having a nice build night. Must be good. Hopefully you can just sit here and chill out while listening to me ramble on for a little while. I don't know how much longer this will take me to build. Oh, okay. So it's just really similar to Ariel's hair, but just with the fringe, yeah. Search Lego's incredible game, Merida, and I got a Merida minifig with a good hairpiece, yeah. And the Merida from the video game is way better than the mini doll. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the hairpiece on the mini doll was a bit lackluster. I wish that they'd done a better job with that. But anyway, these things happen. It was sort of quite interesting though, because when I filmed my Merida Castle video, I was actually quite surprised at how good the hairpiece looked on camera compared to in real life. And that really confused me and I didn't quite know what to do with it. I was just like, do I keep it or do I repaint it? Because I had intended to repaint it to make it more orange and gorgeous. But I've currently just left it for the moment. I don't know whether or not it will always be left forever or if that's just temporary. This was when we had different coloured water. That's going to be interesting. And I've caught up on the chat again. That's nice. So it's only taken me most of the evening. I have been rambling a lot today, I think, and that's okay. Hopefully you guys don't mind it when I ramble too much. It's sort of quite nice just to sit here and build. Oh, there's so much dog fur everywhere. Bucky. He's very intently licking his paws at the moment. So we'll see how Pucky goes. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got a little flower here. Those both there. And this. Oh, this is quite nice. I do remember when I got this set, I did think to myself that it was quite nice how they did this waterfall. I'm not sure if it's the best waterfall, but I think in 2016 when this was released, it was really pretty. So there you go, yes, like that. Is there anything else that goes under the other side? No, okay. Cool. So there's that little bit. Right, yeah, you guys can sort of see that. Cool. Maybe not the best, but not the worst. Okay, What else is going on? Okay. Imagine going through your collection, counting every piece. I know, it was actually quite surprising to me because I probably maybe about a month ago, I did actually go on to Brickset and I did put in my collection into Brickset. And I don't know whether or not that was a good idea or not. Because that kind of like, it's like, uh-oh. So that was slightly concerning. But good. I do think I think that one of the nice things about collecting Lego is recognizing that it is a collection. But I also sort of think to myself, it's sort of quite interesting because I have gotten a few like bulk lots of secondhand Lego, and some of it I do know has entire sets there, whereas other parts of it I know are just sort of like a random assortment of bits. So it can then also be sort of quite interesting to try and figure out what is what else I've actually got. And then of course I've also ordered so much Lego off Bricklink as well that that sort of all counted separately too. Because that's the random way I go about things. Because I am silly. So yeah, I think it would be really interesting to see how much we've actually got in our collection. Oh yeah, second favourite most movie in the world is Lord of the Rings. So I just love the Lego sets they released years ago. I wish I got them one day. Yeah, I think I agree with you. There are some sets that I do sort of have on my wish list, and the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit sets were on there for quite a long time. But then I also have my moments where I just sort of go, I can't start collecting another theme. And I can't go back in time and try and pick up the sets that I wasn't able to get at that moment. So I'm constantly changing my mind about what's on my wish list and what isn't. So yeah, which is just quite funny. But yeah, I agree. I think that there are so many like really lovely looking Lord of the Rings sets. Like the little Bag End Hobbit House, I think, is a really gorgeous Lego set. I think that they did such a lovely job with that. So cute and so well done. Right. Oh, cool. That's the one with the with the butterfly on it. So that's the one that must go there. And then a few more flowers. It's getting there. There's fewer pieces coming in here. Slowly all taking shape. You can never have too much Lego, in my opinion. Again, looking at my collection, I know. So funny, isn't it? That's what I do every now and again as well. I'm sort of like going, it's fine, I don't have a problem. And then it's just like, oh, actually, I'm just going to rearrange all of my storage boxes again because it's taking up too much room. And then it becomes particularly awkward when other people point out how much Lego I have who aren't Lego fans. And it's just sort of like, don't judge me. I'm allowed. Or when I'm like prioritizing getting more Lego over other more adult tasks, responsible activities. Oh yeah, okay, cool, right. All right, I like this little bit. This is actually turning out to be prettier than what I remember. So cute. I think, was it the White Tiger set that also had like a bit of a waterfall that we got this year in the jungle theme? That had such a pretty waterfall as well. So it's sort of nice to see like the evolution of how Lego constructs waterfalls in the Friends theme. Right. Oh dear. Oh, fantastic, Mark. Animal Crossing New Horizons for Christmas, playing it right now. That's so cool. I do actually really enjoy watching some of the Animal Crossing videos on YouTube, especially the ones where they do like island tours. There's a few of the players on there that sort of go and visit different people's islands, which I think is so fun and so gorgeous. And just seeing how creative people can be with their islands is just absolutely amazing. I love it. So there was, there's been quite a few like Christmassy ones and like winter wonderlands and those sorts of things, but there was a really beautiful like Tinkerbell one. And I thought that was so cute how she was able to sort of put together like a bit more of a fairy core Tinkerbell island. So that was really sweet. And then there was a really nice like Japanese inspired island that I recently watched as well, which was so gorgeous too. And it's just sort of quite nice to find inspiration from different places as well. So that was kind of good fun. Jake saying, I only have Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings, which got from the Lego Dimension set. Oh, that's okay. Fantastic. Yeah, yes. Have a lovely day too, Raps. Oh my gosh. Oh, Cabbage is here as well. Hey, Cabbage. How you going, buddy? Hope you're well. So it seems like Darren's been sorting Christmas sets from the original 2006 Christmas train. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Pay the bills or buy Lego and get evicted. I think I'll buy more Lego. I know. It's an easy choice, really. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't choose to buy more Lego? Right. Oh, hang on. I think it's going to go this way. And that, I think. Yay! Okie dokie. So that's in there now. Oh, yeah, you guys can see that, sort of. This way, that way, yeah. Alrighty. And this. Cool. I know. It's been really nice going back and rebuilding some of my older Lego sets, I must admit, especially because a lot of them have been in storage for such a long time. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying a little bit of a revival as well. It was just so disappointing this week about not being able to find any of the new sets, and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's going to be so many other channels that will have gotten all those new sets before me. And then I've just got to try and like remind myself not to compare myself to other Lego channels, and it's not a competition, and we've all got something to bring to the community and all of that stuff. So it's just like, I'm sure that LEV will be able to get hold of all of these sets before me and be able to get her videos up really quickly. And I was so sure that she was going to do Andrea's house first, because I remember last year she did Mia's house first as well. So I was right. But it's actually been really nice to rebuild these. I had so much fun when I was rebuilding some of the snow resort sets as well during the 72-hour community stream, and also I really enjoyed building some of the DC superhero girl sets as well. So yeah, it's quite nice to go back and sort of do a little bit of a revival. And yeah, revisit some of our older sets and see what they're all about. Right, almost there. I think, oh, might be able to get it done in 10 minutes. So it will be a 3-hour stream, which is not too bad. That seems to be about average, I think, for me, is 2 hours is the norm, which is good. Nice little chunk of time. Marc saying, I used to know what I had in my collection simply by checking a mini drawer, but having built so many mocks and kept them, it's becoming very hard to know whether or not it's worth dismantling something or not. Oh, I know. And I also, like, for me, one of the things that I really love is keeping my sets separate from my spare parts. So, which I'm sure is frustrating to so many people. So if I take a set apart, like you guys saw earlier in the video, then I tend to bag it up in like a Ziploc bag and write the label on it and all of that sort of thing, which means that then the spare parts don't really get used. So that I sort of know that my collection is my collection, and that if I need extra parts, then I shouldn't really take them out of any of those bags. I think it has happened a couple of times, which I regret now. Oh, the little cup's gone on there. You guys can't see. Oops, sorry. There you go. I'm sure it's probably a bit fuzzy. I don't know what the lighting's like either. I've been having so many issues with the screen to my laptop. Keeps on showing up really dark, which is making like doing any color correcting very tricky on my videos and even on my thumbnails. So I've got to try and see if I can sort that out at some stage or another. And Jake, the people who wouldn't choose to buy more Lego are the smart people, the Mega Blocks collectors, maybe. I generally just display my mini dolls, so I don't really need them to sit down. I would have preferred Tiana in a ball gown, but that's just me. I don't know whether or not I've got the popular opinion or not, but I would have definitely preferred her in her ball gown because I think that would have looked much more realistic for Tiana. Her ball gown is so iconic, and I just sort of go, it was such a shame that they did it in like that sort of more sleek-looking ball gown piece. So, yeah, I would have preferred the other. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't know what anybody else would do. Oh, cool. We should go on Lego Friends. Rickish wants to have a go on that side, yeah. I know. Oh, L of L. I'm so glad you're here. I was watching your videos yesterday, I think, so it was so lovely to see your jungle. It was so lovely to see all of those sets put together. That's something that I want to do in my city as well. So it was so good to see how they all looked in yours, which looked fantastic. So I hope that you're having a nice new year and everything. And it seems like you've been able to get hold of some of the newer sets as well, because I haven't watched your parts overview of the Cinderella set yet. I'm trying not to get too jealous. So, but yeah, I did see that you had made a video on that as well. So I hope that you've been enjoying getting hold of all of those new sets. As you can see, I'm building one of the well, I've built quite a few of older sets from 2016. That's because I've not been able to get hold of any of the new ones yet. They aren't in any of our stores here in Western Australia, which is so frustrating. I think I'm supposed to tuck that down a bit more, like that. Cool. Okay. Right. I do have stuff that's left over. Oh, okay. I think I did put a second fishing rod in here. And I've got to put the other fishing rod on the clip. And then where all these other parts come from? Go to? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so there's a few spare parts there. Oh, I've still got to put leaves on here. Yes, yeah. I do have a lot of my Lego receipts put aside as well, Jake. It's not something that I really want to know about. So I just try and ignore it and not pay too much attention to the actual specific numbers of anything. Which, yes, I do have some of the 2012 Lego Friends sets. I know that I've got the seaplane, but I have modified that. I think that was one of my first videos on this channel. It might have been my third or fourth video, I think, definitely in the top 10. I also have the cafe, Heart Lake City Cafe, the pink and red one. Which again is a really nice exterior build, but sort of quite plain on the inside. So that is definitely something that I would want to sort of mock out and update a little bit to make it look a bit more similar to some of the other. That's not what we want. We want camp. Yeah, just try and get it to look something, I don't know, similar to some of the others. I think that it would be really cute to do like a bit more of a retro diner feel in that particular set. So that would be kind of cool. What other sets did we get in 2012? I can't even remember. So yeah. Oh yes, of course. I know. I keep reluctant to get them online because I do know that they will pop up eventually at Kmart or at Big W, which will be a lot less in price. And obviously I won't have to pay for shipping either, but my patience is actually wearing thin. Might put the little, can you guys see the tent? No, might need to put the tent around the front. So yes, we'll just have to sort of see how we go. There's the little raft. There's the raft itself. Let's tuck that in under here. In the little tent. I can probably tuck in here. Yeah, so I'm still debating. I really would prefer to save the money to be able to spend it on more Lego rather than on shipping and anything else, but well, I don't know. And then the Harry Potter books sold out here so quickly. So they've already sold out online. They're not available from Lego anymore. So we'll have to wait for them. I think a lot of the Friends stuff is still available online. So again, we'll just have to wait and see if it pops up in any of the stores, but it hasn't been listed as coming soon from anywhere, which is usually a bit of an indication that it's going to take some time. But that's okay. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We might just have to patiently travel along, building a random assortment of older sets and see how we go. But there's most of it. Oh, that's got a bit of glare on it. Let's fix that. And let's see if I can tuck this in over here. Ah, all my binoculars have fallen off. So yes, that's going to take some time. Finally realising that I went crazy in the first lockdown, I found a cape in the shape of a watermelon, which I don't know about why I have it. It sounds fantastic though. Oh yes, we can try that, Tessa. Oh no, that's not very wombat comfortable. Here. Oh, hang on, that's. Here we go. There's a little spot for the wombat. Oh, Mark's saying my stores only has Arendelle, Big Olaf, some friend sets, and that's it. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait a little while. We'll see. I'll see what happens. I've got payday coming up. Oh, I've got to still do my timesheet. I've got payday coming up next week, I think. So we'll see how I feel then. And if there's still some of the friend sets left online, I might end up getting a couple of them maybe. So I might maybe say get the cinema and the park. They're two of the ones that I kind of want the most. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, you can see my notebook in the background. That's okay. You guys get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff. There we go. Have snowy things added to the list, making a second mini doll house, folded angel wings, and an autumn element cape. Cool. I know, I actually really want to try and get on and use Brick Emotions dress pattern, because I did actually get that online when she first released that, and I've actually got to try and remember to download her cape patterns as well and do some of that stuff. Ooh. Has anyone ever seen sets on sale for great prices, not picked them up, and they're now worth a fortune? Cough, 2010 Burrow, cough, cough. Toy Story 3 sets. I don't know. I don't think that I'll ever be very good at reselling my Lego. I just don't think that that's something that I'll ever be able to do. I know that some people are really great at buying 2 or 3 sets at a time because they know that they're going to go up in price, and putting 1 or 2 of them in storage and unboxing one and building that. And then, you know, maybe a year or 2 later, they sell off one of them to be able to buy other stuff. And then in 5 or 10 years, they sell off the other one to be able to buy more Lego. But I can't do that. I don't know what it is in me, but I'm just not very good at doing stuff like that. So I'd be far too inclined to just bust the box open and get building. Based off what I've seen on Bricklink, but I haven't been on there for a very, very long time. But I do actually think that my elves collection is probably going to be quite good, quite worthwhile. But I also can't ever see myself selling my elves collection because I love it so much. So yeah. Well, yeah, but that's just because you're not used to being in Australia. One person's giant wombat is another person's, you know, small horse. Oh my gosh, yes, I know. I have a I have a funny feeling that Brick and Motion must have got caught up in editing or something, because it seems like some of her videos were planned for Halloween and they're only just coming out now. I know that's the same with me. You know, I have all these really good intentions about sort of like, oh, let's just save that. And it's just like, no, I'm busting that open. So, yeah. Actually, that big. Wombats are actually, they're not that, well, mini doll scale, they're not that big, but wombats are a lot bigger than what people think that they are. They're, yeah, they're pretty chunky animals. They probably would come up to maybe a little bit lower than your knee. Like, they'd probably be the size of like a medium dog, but stockier, like a lot wider and chunkier. And then they're just all muscle. The photos that I've got of myself and my niece and my nephew visiting a wildlife park close by that has a wombat, the keeper actually picks up the wombat and puts the wombat on her lap, and the wombat literally takes up all the space of this woman's sort of like lap, torso, the whole thing. It's huge. Oh, Alyssa's here. Hi, Alyssa. How are you going? It's lovely to have you here. Yes, yeah, she is a great mini doll customizer. Oh, sorry, Alyssa, I was just staring off into the distance, daydreaming about wombats. That's me wanting to come and see, and now I'm rethinking my decision. Yeah, the wombats are gorgeous. I think all our wildlife is pretty cool. Some of it's just a bit more dangerous than others. Alrighty, gang. So I think that that's going to be our little build for today, because we have managed to get through quite a few sets. Let's see if I can pull out my little trusty pile of booklets. So let's see, we did finish off with the tree house, which actually seems to be quite a popular set that you guys want to try and track down. So at least now you've seen a bit of the build, which is kind of cool. Oh no, we didn't do that one because I don't know where that is. Oops. Oh, we do have that little one, which was on my thumbnail for this video. Oh no, it's gone fuzzy. There we go. Yeah, so that was on the little thumbnail, which is a really cute little poly bag. Did sort of build up the little astronomy tower in the car as well, even though most of the car was already built, but that's kind of cool. The rafting set, which is a really cute set as well, so that's just over here. And we did the archery set as well. And the little picnic area of the hot air balloon, because the hot air balloon is in my other place. No, you don't want to wrestle with a wombat. I don't think that you'd win that fight, mate. You want to cuddle a wombat. You want to be as nice as possible to a wombat. Yes, cockers are adorable. Yes, we'll definitely go over to Rottnest and visit Cocker Island because that's fantastic. It's one of my favourite places. It's so pretty. Oh, and I've just had another person join us as well, Zoot. Hi. We're just about to finish up today. I've just finished building all of the different adventure sets, as well as a few extras that we're throwing in as well. So it was so nice that all of you guys yeah, it's so nice that all of you guys are here as well. Yes, thank you so much, Jezza. It's always lovely to have you in the chat, mate. Put in another bricklink order. Exactly, I know. I've just got to go in and check my bricklink orders as well, because I think I might still need to pay for one that I must have forgotten about because they were probably figuring out postage. So I hope that they're not mad at me. And I think that we've got Greg from London Bridge Bricks coming up in an hour. I think he's starting in an hour or so, so that would be really good to see, hopefully, if I'm still awake. Yes, I hope to see you soon as well, Amy. Mark, hopefully I will be able to finish editing my elf video at some stage in the next couple of days, and then hopefully I will try and get that up on either Wednesday or Thursday. But sometimes if I get overheated or distracted with work or something like that, I might wait. But I will definitely be live streaming around about the same time next week. So I'll have to figure out if we're going to be building another assortment of older sets or if I've been able to track down any new sets. So, of course, requests are always welcome as well. So if anyone has any requests for some of the older sets, if I've got them in my collection, then I'll definitely build them up. And I do have, like I said, I do have most of the Friends sets, not all of it, and I do have most of the Disney Princess sets as well, but not all of them. So again, I think that it might be quite fun maybe to do like a Rapunzel build week. That would be kind of cool. It might be quite nice to do maybe a Princess week. We haven't done a Princess week for a little while, so that would be quite fun as well. Although it would be really nice to be able to build up a couple of the new Princess sets at the same time. So we'll just have to see how we go. Yes, and we'll get to have go over to LEV and check out Andrea's house. Bye, Brickish. Thanks so much. Yes. Oh, thank you, Gigando. I know that we love the same sets as well. Bye, Lego Sun. Love you. Take care, Brett. It's so lovely. Yes, it's been so lovely having you in the chat as well, Mark. I really enjoy you being here. And Jake, it's been so fantastic to have you here as well. Take care, mate. Okay, cool. Any of the horsey ones. I'll write them down and make a note of that now. So that if I still can't get hold of any of the new ones, we can do those ones for sure. Oh, and I know that we already talked about the Heart Lake Playground as well, so I'd have to look that one out too. Cool. Take care, everyone. See you later. It's been so nice talking to you all.